Well, if it's something that the media brought up, it's possible that they changed. It's possible that they said something that was not true, or something that it's possible that something was published that is not true, and that happens pretty often, especially when they when there's sorts of persecutions or sorts of challenges that go against Jehovah's people. They'll say anything to make it seem like
Yeah, we don't have a clergy class.
Well, they use that for defense. I think that's kind of tricky. If you say you don't have a clergy class, but then they use
never
that.
Do that. That wasn't
they did.
Jehovah's Witness. It wasn't Jehovah's Witnesses.
Of course it was. It's in the news.
I'm sorry. You're making statements that are not true. I'm one of the elders. I've been a witness for 70 years, and we don't have a clergy class, and we don't have. If there's a child abuse, then we have to call the police.
Yeah, they most certainly did not, and they paid out a large sum of money.
I can't discuss this with you because I don't know anything about it.
Okay,
you're telling me facts. What?
Would you like to look it up so you can learn more about it? I think you know.
It'll come out if it's
No,
true,
they've paid settlements for years. It does not come out. They don't tell you. They're investigated in Australia as well. I bet you never heard of that either, right? They control it's spin. It's public relations control of information, right?
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Okay.
But I may look into that.
Yeah, I hope so. Hey, thanks for talking.
Okay.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Are you concerned about it?
Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Appreciate it.
Do you want to know her name so you can look it up online and see it in the news?
No, thank you.
You don't?
No,
Did you ever hear the Bible says that, when you know things, not to turn the other way to injustice and wrong? Why aren't you interested in that? If that was my church, I'd be all over it. Is there some restriction on finding out things that the society is involved in?
No, not at all.
Yeah, sometimes I know sometimes the like the news and different reporters and stuff they'll get things not that they intentionally get it wrong, but they'll use their own
like fake news?
Not fake news, but so we don't have like a clergy like you said a clergy class.
Yeah.
We have like brothers that take the lead and give talks and things like that.
Yeah, why they were saying that is to claim clergy confidentiality, clergy privilege, as to some kind of defense as to why they didn't call the police on a child molester in the congregation that they knew about. And so now this woman is grown and was suing them,
I'm not sure about that. 1 second, I'm gonna
okay.
I'll ask somebody about that.
Oh, okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, I can't speak on the specifics of the legal case or what defense is available. I can't speak on that. I'm not an attorney.
It's interesting that you guys don't hear about these things.
I haven't looked into details about that, but I will tell you that, because I'm an elder in the congregation, that any type of misconduct like that should be reported. If somebody didn't, then that was wrong on their part.
Yeah, I believe they did call the headquarters. They weren't told to, and that is the law in Pennsylvania. And that's really what the woman was suing them for, and she won a large sum of money. Is how it ended up. So,
we are directed as elders in the congregation to report anything like that, and we don't
to the police.
Yeah, we would not prevent anyone from going.
No. No. There's a difference between not preventing someone from calling the police and you calling the police immediately on such a hideous crime or even a suspicion of it.
But think about it. We would encourage them to, because it's not up to, I mean, they would have to talk to the police about it. So we would encourage them to go through due law, follow the law of the land, because that's what we do. And we would also report it to the branch office. So it's
well, that's what the Australia Royal Commission on Child Sexual Abuse was also investigating, using the Society's internal documents and Elders Manual, and they were definitely not satisfied with what they say. And so in Pennsylvania, they just now had to pay out a large sum of money. People estimated it's at least $2 million.
Well, I know how things operate, and I think I can understand that you are upset by this, but we actually, to be able to encourage them to report anything and then also report it ourselves to the congregation so that people like that can not ever serve in the congregation and be in that type of position, that is pretty much higher standard than what the world in general has. So
actually, no, the organization's getting a horrible reputation. They've paid out money, large sums of money in many cases.
Why do you care?
Because I'm a concerned citizen. I have friends in the organization. Why wouldn't I care? I'm outraged. Most witnesses I tell about it don't even want to hear about it, and that's weird. There's some weird stuff going on. Huh?
So what's the purpose of your call?
To let you guys know, because I think they practice information control, so I'd like you guys to know and be concerned about it. What happened to this poor girl?
We can watch the news and everything else. So
really, it's interesting because most witnesses hang up on me when I talk to them about it and say
you're negative.
They're gonna. Yeah, you bet I am. What do you think? I'm gonna say it's wonderful?
No, but
I'm outraged. You're right. I'm negative.
You're spreading misinformation because you don't know.
I have read the Elders Manual and the internal letters to the elders, and you bet they don't call the police immediately. They're instructed to call the headquarters.
And why wouldn't the person call the police?
This has nothing to do with that. You are supposed to call the police. Yes, you are. And in many states, it's actually required. Now, the Australia Royal Commission is going to reconvene because they weren't satisfied with the policies.
Okay.
Did you know that Jeffrey Jackson was on the witness stand in Australia?
Listen.
Hey, that's big news.
I actually don't care what you have to say.
You don't care about that. You don't care?
I don't care about that.
Why don't you know about it? He's supposedly the channel of God on earth. Why don't you know about that?
No. Are you interested in the Bible, or are you against the Bible?
Of course I'm interested in the Bible. I've read about every day since I was 10.
Okay, so you're interested in the Bible. Are you interested in religion at all, or no? Like, are you part of a religion?
Yes. Well, we don't call it a religion. I just fellowship with other Christians. We don't call it a religion, and we don't believe it is required for salvation to be in our organization like the society does.
And your focus is on salvation, but actually the organization teaches that there'll be people that aren't witnesses that are also saved. And you can look at any of the information on jw.org, but
No, in the Paradise on Earth book, it says that you must associate with Jehovah's organization.
But listen to me.
I'm much more familiar.
How old is that book?
I've never seen it rescinded.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Do you know any retraction? Do you know any retraction on that?
Yeah, on jw.org.
Yeah.
Why don't you look at that and see if under the question, will only Jehovah's Witnesses be saved?
No, you must associate with the organization to have Jehovah's approval to survive Armageddon. They say that in the broadcast. I'm not stupid. Hello?